Gadzooks, yowee! Welcome back to the chicken pot. Mutant, this is part. It's all the part of the gimmick.
No, you're cutting your own voice out as if they're.
The doesn't matter because at the end of the day, I'm just doing a. No, that's okay. We're actually that was just. Can we please continue?
Stop the gimmick thing.
Okay, but saying yadzooks, yowie, yay is all part of the like when viewers watch our channel, when viewers watch our podcast, they want us to they want to listen to what it's off. Check out, it was off. Now it's on. If you guys haven't checked out the other two podcasts, they're literally the first two. Our first episode, our first podcast was the very first episode that we ever uploaded to the channel. We actually have a playlist of all of our podcasts. So if you want to listen to all of them in a row, just
everything that we're not doing.
What are you?
You're advertising stuff at the beginning. Why are you advertising?
Because that's the gimmick. Okay, what did you want me to look up?
Look up Ahoy SpongeBob, I've overdosed on ketamine and I'm going to die. Oh shit. No, just look up it on YouTube. Just
on YouTube? Okay, wait, let me. Okay, but I wasn't sure it was a YouTube thing. For some reason, I thought it was a website.
Yeah, our website is called that entire title.
Yes, it's called.
Look up Ahoy SpongeBob, I've overdosed on ketamine and I'm going to die.
The first one?
That one. Full screen it.
How long is this video? Okay. Are you sure this is it? It's not that funny. It's not funny. C needle.
I want to drink your soda. Why?
I need you to get my ketamine. Please, Mr. Krabs, I'm fiending.
Oh, what?
What the fuck is happening? Why?
It's like
wait, who made this?
What
the fuck?
Ahoy, SpongeBob! I'm overdosed on ketamine, and I'm going to die.
It's not that funny.
It's a video game? Is 0 out of 10?
It looks like a. What if this is an actual? We should. I am almost certain someone probably did make this into a game. You know the original ketamine thing though, right? This isn't the original ketamine
Yes,
video.
I know what the original ketamine is. It's ketamine, a high horse tranquilizer. It's like, right?
What? No, here, watch.
Is ketamine a horse tranquilizer?
What is ketamine?
It's a horse tranquilizer.
Yeah, I think so. Wait, let me look it up. I know I'm probably gonna be. I probably shouldn't be looking this up. I don't know how illegal it is.
It's not illegal.
Ketamine is a medication mainly used for starting and maintaining. So it's an anesthesia.
No, it's a horse tranquilizer.
Yeah, it's probably a very strong anesthesia.
Yeah, it's used as a horse tranquilizer.
Yeah.
Like I've said 50,000 times.
Yeah, but this is.
That's it. I've never.
Ahoy, SpongeBob! I am suffering from nicotine withdrawal. Give me a hug, boy! Ahoy, SpongeBob! I'm overdosed on ketamine, and I'm going to die.
That one's not that funny.
Sneak into the chum bucket, you got me formula, but I'm dummy thick, so the clap of my ass cheeks can be heard here in the alarm system.
Okay, now it just gets fucking obnoxious. Anyway, enough about that. Shit, that almost fell. I need to get back into doing cardistry.
What?
When's the last time you did cardistry?
Cardistry? That's not a thing.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Okay, well then,
No, it's no.
Card magic. Okay.
Wait, didn't you have a bigger couch at one point?
Yeah, because I liked sleeping on a couch.
But
then I realized that sleeping on a couch was
made
stupid.
the lights behind it, and then we like.
Yeah, we recorded when I got my vape pen. We recorded a video where I sucked it in and then said I took a hit. I took a hit, as the kids say it these days, of that jewel, and then you're not supposed to talk while you have smoke in your lungs because you can fuck up your vocal cords. But because I'm an idiot, I decided to do that, and I was like, or whatever the sound it makes, and then I was like. Jacob was like past the booth, and then
You don't vape anymore, do you?
No, I threw it away.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No, it's still there.
I threw it away.
Why? You could have just given it to me.
I guess I could have given it to you, but
Look.
they're not that expensive. What? Whoa.
This is why this is how my thing exploded.
Wait. Because your thing was off.
Yeah, that thing came.
Oh, you guys can't see it, but there's a like a stress ball. I should probably not be playing with this. Or touching it at least. There's a stress ball that we have, or we both had one because we kind of just had it for fidgeting or whatever, or whatever the fuck. But we both had one, and Jacob's.
Well, that's right.
His stress ball didn't.
Why are we talking about stress balls?
Because then you say the story. Tell the story of how your stress ball exploded all over your room, and literally it was like what 12 at night or something, and you're like come in my room, and then I went in the room and there was sand all over your desk.
If I build this up in the air, it'll explode.
Yes, so do not throw it in. Fuck! Don't stop because I'm gonna actually. Exactly. So give it to me. You're irresponsible.
Oh, there's sand that came out.
Then stop playing with it. No,
it's not.
It's literally. It's like
not
have you ever seen the movie Hurt Locker? This is like Hurt Locker. You're gonna die. What's gonna happen if sand goes everywhere? Stop throwing it.
See it breaking.
Okay. Oh whoa! It's actually so fucking loose. Okay.
Ew, that's nasty. It's like a ball sack.
No, it's like foreskin.
Yeah, a ball sack.
Foreskin doesn't go down on the ball sack. You idiot.
Down, you dumbass.
Do you have any idea what foreskin is?
Question. How do people self-fuck?
What?
Like, how do people, put their dick in their own ass? Like, how is that even physically possible?
Ketamine? This takes a lot of ketamine. I'm serious. Like,
Ketamine doesn't make you want to fuck yourself.
No, not that.
Will this work as a pop filter?
Does it work as a pop filter? That was like just a block.
Oh, wait, there might be sand inside of it.
You fucking... didn't Pokemon get banned? Isn't like a thing that happened recently? Okay, but seriously, didn't Pokemon get banned or something? Isn't that what? Oh no, she cheated on her boyfriend or something. Okay, Jacob, enough. No, but seriously, didn't it? Oh fuck, I need to put this over here. Seriously, Fedmizer, is that his name? Fedmizer? Yeah, Pokemon cheated on him, or no, he cheated on her. Or no, it was that she cheated on his dad. I don't remember. I think it said that he cheated on his mom. Or so, I don't remember.
About an ugly slut who's on Twitch.
Okay, yeah, but that's everything. All the kids are talking about Fedmeister and whatever the fuck is happening.
Nobody gives a fuck about them.
Yeah, literally everybody gives a fuck about them. I have no idea what the fucking story even is, so obviously, but still.
What is this?
What's what? It's a bodyweight workout poster.
No, this.
Bring it here. I think it's shampoo or something. Do not spray that. No, give it to me.
No, I'm not giving it to you.
Then give me the other bottle. I'm getting that bottle. I'm gonna show it to the audience. Marrakesh argan and hemp oil therapy. I gotta get close. Don't spray it. It's fucking hair shit.
Well, how was that?
I think. Because I don't want hair fuck all over my room.
That hair's not gonna shoot out of this.
No, I don't want the goo all over my...
Goo, it's probably fizz.
No, it's not. This episode is brought to you by Marrakesh argan and hemp oil therapy.
Why do you even have this in your room?
Leave-in treatment and detangler. Original scent. 100% more. This product contains hemp seed oil that instantly moisturizes and detangles your hair after soothing unwanted frizz and flyaways. Good for all hair types, safe for copper and treated hair. Yes, I did vote. I voted.
How?
You're literally, we're in the middle of a podcast and you're fucking with a stick. You're like that Star Wars kid. Oh, stop. Stop. I do not trust you. You have such a loose grip.
Oh, yeah. Oh. This is so sad.
Please stop. I think there actually is sand in this. What are you going to get?
Well, I'm gonna go. Wait, no, Cheddar. Get out of my room.
I don't know if this is going to be in, but we have a dog. So if you hear us say anything that has nothing to do with anything, it's probably because we're talking about that. But, how you guys doing today? I'm doing fucking great. What, we have 5 million coronavirus cases in the entire world or something like that? Or 1 million? Something along those lines. A lot of people. And, apparently they're supposed to be doing some sort of, I guess, another lockdown. I have no idea. I don't know a lot of information about it. I just know that they're supposed to be doing a secondary quarantine or lockdown or something, the whole fucking government's probably gonna shut down. I'm telling you. Like, I don't know if it will, but we had a shutdown in 2019. 2019. Like, what the fuck happened in 2019? Today, people are fucking. And then there's. I still don't understand how people defend people who go out and without masks and then get angry when they get sick. You could fucking tell somebody that, that if you don't eat, the government can come out and be like, dude, if you don't eat, you're gonna die. And then there will be people that will then say, oh, food is poisonous. They're poisoning our food, and then they die and then blame it on the fucking food. But really being busy with Anonymous Chicken, if you're bored and in quarantine, do something productive. That's what I've been doing. I mean, I don't know if you'd call Anonymous Chicken productive, but it's better than nothing.
But yeah, I was gonna say immortality. If you could live forever, like, Kate, how you were saying the other night, you were like, oh, if you could live forever, you would have to be floating in space. Like, obviously, if you could live forever, you could just, like, if the world ends or something, just, like, use stuff to knock yourself over to another planet and you discovered another life species and they can't kill you, then you become, you become Jesus. You'll be actually, like, called God.
Okay, but what happens when that civilization dies off?
Then you move on to the next.
What happens if literally the universe ends like it is going to in 100? We don't know how it's going to end, but it is going to end in 100 trillion years or something.
Yeah, 100 trillion years. You probably want to kill yourself before that ends because of how.
You said that. Okay, before I answer that question, okay, what?
Hey, you can just
when you say you're immortal, what are your?
You can be like, oh, fuck it, I want to die now, and then you just dip.
Oh, so you can decide?
You can decide whenever.
Oh, then absolutely I'd want to be immortal, but I'd probably only live for 1 million or 2 million years. I'd live for as long as I could to get everything done, and then I'd be
I would live long enough to be considered a god, so I would have a giant temple.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, I would literally become so powerful, I would own an entire galactic fucking
No, I mean, I would literally
race.
have, if the human race found out that I was God, I would change the entire world to work like it was the Egyptians. Like, how there's, pyramids
So
and
you become a slave owner?
No. That's, no, I was gonna say, I'd have, a giant, I would sit on a giant throne. It'd be like Game of Thrones.
But in space.
No, not in space, you dumbass. On the... Oh...
Fuck,
on the Earth.
My nose is about to bleed.
No, on the Earth, I'd be a god on Earth. And then when the Earth ends, I would just discover other planets, and then I would just off myself.
When a civilization, there are usually, I think it's 5 stages. So a type 1 civilization, and this is to the point of what I'm talking about becoming a god. A type 1 civilization, we're not even a type 1 civilization yet. A type 1 civilization is a civilization that is, that has harnessed all of the power and elements. I sound like that's not fucking Avatar, but you know what I mean. That's harvest all of the resources of their planet. A type 2 civilization is they've did all of the resources of their solar system. Type 3 galaxy, type 4 universe, or no, type 2 is the sun, type 3 is the solar system, type 4 is the galaxy, type 5 is the universe. But I think that's pretty much impossible to control the universe. So you would have to be a type 5 civilization species in order to become godlike. To become godlike. I can't say it anymore. Be that anymore.
Yeah, just become a god.
You become a god you a type 5 civilization. So it's literally controlled by streamers. So just every alien. Yeah. So when you go to a type 5, yes, Fortnite Twitch streamers. So when you go to a type 5 civilization, you're like, oh, I wonder what cool technology. Fuck, bro, I'm godlike right now.
We're a type 5 civilization.
We're a type 1. We're not even a type 1 yet.
What do you mean we're not a type 1?
Type 1 is that we've harvested all of the resources of our planet. We haven't gotten all of the... we've only, if you really look at the Earth, we haven't populated all of it.
Well...
we haven't even gotten to the core yet, so we're not even a type...
once we get all of our planet gathered, then we're a type 1?
Yes, once we've explored every nook and cranny, we're a type 1 civilization. So, and they believe that one of the reasons why we don't see aliens is because none of them have actually gotten past their type 1 civilization. And there's another theory that says that the reason we don't see aliens is actually because they all died because they did get to the type 5 civilization and ended up creating some sort of weapon that destroyed themselves, which is literally what we're fucking doing. Because I guess the theory is that
every single species that's ever been created has somehow found a way to destruct, like,
because if they get as smart as we are, like if you look at us from where from when we evolved from, you know, wherever
of evolving real quickly, how the hell were animals created with a defense mechanism? Like, what knew that they would need to defend themselves? Why was something created with a defense mechanism? Like, what if they came into this world and there was nothing of a threat? What would be the fucking point of having talons on a hawk, or, you know, humans having nails, or having
the
teeth?
elements were a threat.
What do you mean the elements were a threat?
In the beginning of Earth, the ocean was like, what, 5,000 degrees?
Yeah, but how did evolution know to create weapons on creatures? Like, how, like,
natural selection.
I'm trying to explain it as best as
No, I know what you're talking about, but it's explained by, that's one of the biggest questions people give. They say, okay, like I'll give you an example. Like an animal that doesn't have fur, that has a fur, how does it know, oh, I need fur to be warm?
Because it's died off without fur.
Yes, because because it's usually from genetic like mishaps. So you'll have a bunch of birds, right? And half of the birds don't have a lot of feathers. And then there's that one bird that's the black sheep that has, you know, feathers and is kind of, you know, weird and you know, stuff. And then it gets so hot, the rest dies off and those survive.
That means that there is a human back in time that was the only black sheep of the rest of the humans. That is the reason why we all look like this now.
We all have one grandfather.
So there could be something in me that's in no one else in the entire universe, and when I have a kid, those kids involved to be humanity. So humanity has everything that I was from.
Yes,
and I would never know that because there's no.
As a matter of fact, I think it's like every kid that someone has is just a slight bit different than the last. So like in 1,000 years from now, humans will look way different than they do right now.
They said it. In like 500 years or something, or not 500 years, like 10,000 years or something, there's gonna be humans are gonna have like tails because of well, but there was just something that I can't remember. It was like
I think
we're gonna have tails and like webbed feet because because for one the ice caps are melting.
Melting. So yeah, literally, and the ocean's rising.
But if we die, then, well, how does evolution know that the reason that animal okay, like listen, like let's say for this, if humans died off, right, and the last human was there, if they were born, like how would the humans, like let's say humans lived in water, how would we because you already know if humans lived in water, there'd be a point where humans would start having webbed feet and be able to breathe underwater, like that would kind of happen. I feel like.
Yeah.
But how does evolution know that? Like how is there something that like
because
like
it's literally. And a lot of, because you're thinking like you're thinking a little too small. I'm talking 100,000 years just for like a 0.01.
Yeah, but
difference.
I'm still thinking. But that even then, how do those things change and in a chain to be the perfect like combination for whatever that species is like.
Because
I don't.
In the line, because if you look back to like the very first species that we find, they're very simple. As a matter of fact, I think they even believed that like multicellular organisms didn't even live, and even when they did, they didn't have eyesight, they didn't hear, they were just fucking walking around and stuff. And then you know that one weird one would be born with a dip in its head, and that would let it see light better. So then for its brain to capture light better,
that species would live.
Yes,
and then
but this is very small differences, and then they get more and more complex.
Now I want to know, like in the detail of DNA, how does it change? Like, how does it know that, oh, that makes them die, so therefore this needs to change when the other one's born? Like, let's say you died because you have too big of a head, right? Mm-hmm. So the next species obviously has to shrink that. But how does the DNA know how to react to
it? Doesn't know. It's because it survived.
But like that's the point.
Wait, what do you? I don't know what you're not understanding.
No, I am understanding it, but there's still like stuff that you literally can't explain.
Yeah,
well,
like, obviously.
Like, okay, that's evolution, right? Mm-hmm. There's a thing with a dipped-in head that lets it happen.
Yes.
There has to be something there that is like that, like has a like think of like a brain. Does that make sense? Like there.
Maybe.
Like they're okay. Oh my god.
I think I know what you're talking about, and I don't know the answer to that.
Something dies because of a reason. What is knowing that it needs to change? Like, how is there something that knows it needs to change?
That it doesn't. It's not that it know. I know what you're saying, but I don't know how. I don't know like because I know that there's
like,
probably.
How does DNA know to react to something like needing to be changed? Like, how does it know something needs to change? With obviously
it's
something
because
died.
it already changed.
Well,
No, listen. Okay, listen. I'll give you a great example, and I don't know if this will help your explanation, but I still want to say this anyway because I thought this was a super cool fact. So, there's a certain island, and I think it's one of the Hawaii islands, but don't correct me on that. Just it's some island. They're full of crickets, obviously, crickets or whatever. As of right now, they're actually full of crickets that don't chirp. The crickets don't chirp. So I guess what happened was that, like, in the 1800s or 1700s or something, the colonizers that came to the island brought like a certain, I think it was either a bee or like a wasp, and the wasp would actually track the crickets by the sound of the rubbing of their, because crickets have these like little jagged ridges on their wings, and then they'll rub those together. I think that's how it works, and it makes the sound. So those wasps started killing all of those off, but there was one like mistaken a cricket.
No, I forgot about that part. The reason stuff is changing is because there was something that was created in that species
by mistake
that fixed the problem.
Yes, by mistake that ended up being better than the rest. Yes,
nothing shit like, okay, let's say the crickets. There wasn't that one that had the change thing.
Oh,
but also someone was born thousands of dark and it has that change. Like, what the fuck would know that? Like,
that makes sense. That's what I knew you were saying that, but I was trying to because that's why they call it natural selection, because it's like
if a human's born without a foot, then it won't be able to chase food, therefore it dies. And obviously the species that has feet will live on because that's how it was supposed to.
Or like with a giraffe, like they believe that giraffes actually had shorter necks, and then as the trees got taller, the one that had the mistakenly were born with the stupid fucking, you're like, long neck piece of shit, and then it's like, and then it's like everybody dies.
That one lives on because it has a high. Okay.
So if you think about it, there could be people right now that have like birth defects that everyone thinks is weird, and in the future will actually end up. The climate.
What if there's a birth defect that allows them to like see like? What if there's a birth defect, but that delays them from like we would never know this, of course. But how would let's say this is a very stretched idea, but what if there's a human that has a deformity that doesn't allow them to speak, or they can't physically speak, but they're able to see like shit that we are literally unable to, like new colors, new molecules in the air, like all that shit, but we would never know that because they have a disability that doesn't allow them to speak or they can't talk. Because they don't have like the mental capacity to speak, but they can see like molecules in the air and all that shit.
They probably need to reproduce, but that probably
they can't reproduce if they're dumb. What if we're wrong about how let's say there's like a fish, right, that has like what if there's a fish that was just born with like 1,000 fins, like 1,000 fins on its body, but it's able to swim literally like imaginably fast. And that species lives on because it's unable to be killed because it's so fast.
Then that would happen.
Then in like 15,000 years, we're gonna see a species
fish civilization.
Fastest fish in the world.
Fish becomes so fast that they could just go light.
We would never. But that's possible. Like, what if that's possible? We just don't know it.
I have no idea. No, I have no idea. But
of course, light speed's not fucking possible. But
yeah. Do you have any idea how fast light is? I knew it was fast. But I actually looked it up and laughed out loud. Do you have any idea how actually the actual number is?
No.
200 is like 266,500,000 miles per second. Per second. Wait, so every second it travels 200 million.
With the camera, like the best camera in the world, with the best slow motion, you cannot capture light traveling because it's so fast.
You could wait. Oh my god, that's a good like question. Could you make a camera that's slow enough to see the traveling of light?
Like light doing this or whatever, like through the air or whatever, like.
Oh my god, that's a great fucking question. Unless I'm I'm stupid, and then we ask some like physicist, and he's like, no, and then he just explains it. He's like, you're a fucking idiot, because and it's like, oh, okay.
There has to be like.
There's gotta.
Somebody has obviously had probably thought of this and or tried. Wait, look it up. Look up like slow motion light traveling or something like that.
Scientists at MIT's Media Lab have created a camera that can capture the speed of light, taking a photo in less than 2 trillionths of a second, so our camera can see photons or bolts of light traveling through space. Well, that makes sense, because if something is taking in the light, it can take in the light at any time. Because when you're slowing something down, you're slowing it down, not speeding it up.
Well, can we find a video on it?
That would be awesome. This camera captures the speed of light. Oh my god.
Is that actually
I'm
light?
standing next to
Yeah,
our
it looks like it.
laboratory setup here.
Of course they have like a
This is
fucking...
our camera. Objective is in the front here. The
He's just using like a regular... Oh, never mind. It's not a regular camera. That whole thing is the camera. I for some reason thought it was like a small thing. What the fuck?
And in consumer photography, we're always fascinated with creating lighting effects. that
They just turned it
appear to
off and
come
on.
from
That's what they
very
did.
sophisticated
Like a light off and on.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's so when you see a strobe light, it's literally just like sending a bunch of... So that's why because you know how they... Okay, so that makes sense because because for some reason, I guess I wasn't thinking of it completely.
Look to the corner. I want to just see like...
We're not gonna be able to...
No, obviously.
Okay.
Like just like you can't like see.
No,
how,
it just looks like it's just there, but it's traveling.
like it's like that. Like how like that doesn't make sense to me. Like how can stuff be so fucking far away that it takes like millions of years in light speed to like...
That's how big the universe is. What is the farthest thing from us in the universe? What is the farthest thing from Earth? Mac SO647-JD. Why have you ever seen that? There's this meme that's like when astronomers. What the fuck? Why did you sit on the back of the chair?
It's on the back.
Oh, did it just slip? Was there something underneath it? We're just gonna hear. Are you okay?
Oh, my asshole hurts.
Whoa, why is there a rip in this?
There's
There's a rip right there.
You're going, there's a rip on the chair. I fell.
Okay, well, here. Anyway, that was ridiculous. They're literally. I wonder how big that sound. It's probably gonna just be a block. But have you seen that meme that's like when an astronomer's naming a planet and then he slams his head into the desk?
No, I'm laughing at that.
Oh. No, I know you're laughing at that. I'm laughing at that too.
I can't get up.
Just get up. You didn't break your leg, you fucking idiot.
These fucking lions are like getting full bunch attacked and they can just like bowl him.
What? Say that again, clearer.
The lions and like wild animals in the wild can get like full-fledged attacked and like bitten and like stuff and they just like bolt away and like are really like tough. And I pull my chair and I'm sitting on the floor.
Yeah, because we are not evolved more than animals. We're like, oh yeah, we're the smartest animals.
We're not only evolved, right? But because we've created stuff to make us live, we haven't changed.
Yeah, because that's the thing that people don't realize is evolution isn't necessarily linear. Like,
what if this is
one animal might survive because of one way, but we might spread because that's the thing. Yes, we're not better than animals, but we're not worse than animals. It's like we're not as strong as animals. We're smarter than animals.
Intelligence, we would die off very quickly.
Exactly, we would die off quickly, but also the Earth would survive. It's like a catch-22. I don't know. The philosophy of it's weird. The farthest known galaxy from Earth, based on photometric redshift, it has a redshift of whatever the fuck that means, equivalent to a light distance of 13 billion light years. So as fast as light goes, 200 million miles a second, it would take 13 billion years.
How do they even figure out like when the Big Bang happened? Like how do they figure out all that shit? Do they just look at the oldest star or try to find the oldest star and then figure out when that was created or something? Like
the universe is actually expanding. Not only is it's what do you mean obviously?
Well, because I've heard that term.
Oh yeah. So the universe is expanding. So imagine you have a let's just say a balloon and you blow it up. It doesn't matter even if you looked at the balloon as soon even like because we all came or were evolved or whatever the fuck you want to call it on Earth way after the Big Bang. But like if you're not in a room and you come into the room and you notice that the balloon's being inflated, it doesn't matter. You could still use logic to say that at one point it was probably small. Yeah. That's exactly what's happening with the universe. So the universe is expanding, but because it's expanding and I don't know if we know what point it's expanding from, but the reason how we figure out how far back the universe was created is we literally look at what this says. The universe is about 14 billion light years because the farthest distant object from us is 13 billion light years away, meaning that 13 billion years ago that was closer. And they figure out that if it's continuously, well, it's actually accelerating because of dark matter, but let's just put that away for a second. If the universe is expanding at a constant rate, and it just keeps expanding, our only sense of logic, because we know black holes exist, must be, okay, so obviously it doesn't make any sense that it was going slow and then all of a sudden fast, or that it was like this and like this. So that's why their theory is it must have been like infinitely small and then blew up. And there's actually another separate theory that our universe was created after the collapse of another one. So there was there was one universe, right? And when it collapsed, it like inverted and ours was created.
That's
right. So it kind of went, back and forth or whatever. But 13 billion years ago, if the distance estimate is correct, it formed about 227 million years after the Big Bang. It's crazy when they're like, oh, it only formed about 47 million years ago. But it's like, that's 47 million years. I don't know. The universe is like fucking way bigger than anybody could even like, literally like.
We're recording for an hour.
It's ridiculous.
It's a long time.
We could be done.
Let's be done.
Okay.
I think that was a good episode.
Should we end it somehow?
No.